This is the story of Noah.
Chapter 6, verses 1 through 13. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120. There were giants in the earth on those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was just a man, and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. For all flesh had corrupted his ways upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
Okay. Genesis 6:14 through 22. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark, and cover it inside and outside with pitch. And this is how you shall make it. The lengths of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. You shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its side. You shall make it with lower, second, and third decks. And behold, I myself am bringing floodwaters on the earth, to destroy from under heaven all flesh, in which is the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall go into the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing of all flesh, you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female. Of the birds after their kind, of animals after their kind, and of every creeping thing of the earth after its kind. 2 of every kind will come to you to keep them alive. And you shall take for yourself of all the food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. Thus Noah did according to all that God commanded him. So he did.
Genesis 7:1 through 10. The Lord then said to Noah, Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of each kind of clean animal, a male, its mate, 1 pair of every unclean animal, a male and a mate, and its mate. Also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep variation kinds alive throughout earth. 7 days from now, and I will send the rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made. And Noah did all of that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters came to earth. And Noah and his sons and his wife, Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of unclean and clean animals, of birds and all creatures that move along the ground, male and female, came to Noah and entered the ark. as God commanded Noah. And after the 7 days, the flood waters came to earth.
My Bible verse is Genesis. In the 600 years of Noah's life, in the second month of the 7 days of the month, on that day all the fountains of the deep, a great deep, were broken up, and windows of heaven were opened. And the rain was on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah and Noah's son, Sodom, Ham, Jehovah, and Noah's wife and their 3 wives of his sons with them entered the ark. They were even breasts creeping thing that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark, and Noah, 2 by 2, of all flesh, in which is breath of life. So those that entered, male and female, and of all flesh, went in as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. Well, bye, guys. See y'all next time. What is your Bible verse?
Yep.
Okay. The flood continued for 40 days on the earth. The water increased and lifted up the ark so that it rose above the earth. The water surged and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. Then the water surged even higher on the earth, and all the high mountains under the whole sky were covered. The mountains were covered as the water surged above them more than 20 feet. Every creature perished, those that crawl on the earth, birds, livestock, wildlife, and those that swarm on the earth, as well as all mankind.
Those
that were with him in the ark, and the water surged
and
on
the
earth 150 days.
I did mine.
Then God remembered Noah and every living thing and all that animals that were with him in the ark, and God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was recited.
That's it. And the water recited continuously from the earth at the end
of
the 150
the 150
days,
days,
the waters
the waters
decreased.
Then
The ark
the ark
rested
rested
in the
in the
7th month, 17th day
17th day
of the month,
of the month
on the mountains
on the mountain
of
of
Ariat. And
And
the waters
the waters
decreased continuously
continuously
until
until
the 10th month.
in the 10th month.
In the 10th
And
month,
then in the 10th month,
on the first day
on the first day
of the month,
of the month,
the tops
the top
of the
of the
mountains
mountains
were seen.
one sea.
And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. So it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Then he sent out a raven which kept going to and fro until the waters dried up from the earth. He also sent out from himself a dove to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot, and she returned into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. So he put on his hand and took her, and drew her into the ark himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again sent the dove out from the ark. Then the dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in her mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. So he waited yet another 7 days, and sent out the dove, which did not return again to him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the 1st month, the 1st day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. And in the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried.
Then God spoke to Noah, "Come out of the ark, your wife, your sons, and your sons' wives with you. Bring out all the living creatures that are with you, birds, livestock, those that crawl on the ground, and they will spread over the ground. They will spread on the ground, and they will spread over the earth and be fruitful and multiply on the earth." So Noah, along with his sons, his wives, and his sons' wives came out. All wildlife and livestock, every bird and every creature that crawls on the earth came out of the ark by their groups. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord. He took some of every kind of clean animal and every kind of clean bird and offered burnt offerings on the altar. When the Lord smelled the pleasing aroma, he said to himself, "I will never again curse the ground because of man. Even man's inclinations is evil from his youth, and I will never again strike down every living I have done."
God said to Noah and his sons, "I'm giving you my blessing. Have a lot of children and grandchildren, so people will live everywhere on this earth. All animals, birds, reptiles, and fish will be afraid of you. I have placed them under your control, and I have given them to you for food from now on you may eat them as well as green plants you have always eaten. But life is in the blood, and you must not eat any meat that still has blood in it. I created humans to be like me, and I will punish any animal or person that takes a human's life. If an animal kills someone, that animal must die. If another person takes the life of another, that person must be put to death. I want you and your descendants to have many children so people will live everywhere on earth.
Then God spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And as for me, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast of the earth. Thus I establish my covenant with you. Never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood. Never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you. For perpetual generations, I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. It shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud.
And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you, and every living creature of all flesh. The waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. And God said to Noah, This is a sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. Now the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah. And from these the whole whole earth was populated, and Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. Then he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside, but Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they didn't see their father's nakedness. So Noah awoke from his wine and knew that his younger sons had done to him. Then he said, Cursed be Canaan, I
a servant of servants. He shall be to his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shalom, and may Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tent of shame. And may Canaan be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days that Noah were 950 years, and he died.
Put your hands down for a minute. Can you say, repeat these words? Stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
Stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
Okay, say it again, but like open your mouth up and say it where I can understand you.
How do I say it?
Stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
Stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
Rhema
videos.
Rhema Kid videos.
Rhema Kid videos.
Okay, say, stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
Stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
All right, be still and say it. Say, stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
Stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
Rhema Kid.
Rhema Kid videos.
Okay, stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.
Stay tuned for more Rhema Kid videos.